Down with me, you down with me, down with me. I got a crowd wrapping round the whole town for me. They mama proud, got a thou in the balcony. Nah, I don't hear no clown talking foul on me.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of What It Odds podcast. I'm your host JMX and my co-host Ryan. So look, man, in this one, we're gonna recap this Thursday night game between the Vikings and the Rams, which is a good one. We're gonna give our predictions for the Sunday and the Monday games. But before we get into all that, Ryan, man, how you doing?
Man, I'm chilling. Can't complain. How about yourself?
Oh, I've been good, man. Had a really long day today. Was able to catch the Vikings game still and caught some of the Spurs game. So it was a pretty good day. But other than that, I'm doing good. But yeah, let's get right into it. So the Vikings traveled to LA on the short week to face the Rams. Vikings were 5-1 heading into this game. The Rams were 2-4. The Rams ended up pulling off the upset. Ended up coming out in this game 30-20. Vikings dropped to 5-2. Rams improved to 3-4. And just like that, the outlook for the Rams season has changed. Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua returned to the lineup today. Surprisingly, Puka did. I don't think nobody expected Puka to come back today, and he did. But yeah, man, shout out to the Rams. Sean McVay and company were able to get it done against a really good Vikings team. My main takeaway is the Vikings are just one of those old school teams, man. I'm sorry, the Rams. As long as they got Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp with Stafford, they're gonna be just fine. Kyrie Williams had a really good game as well, but Puka Nacua just goes to show like this dude is ridiculous. I mean, he came back. I don't even know if he's fully 100% yet, and he just torched the Vikings. Cooper Kupp had a pretty solid game as well. This just goes to show, man, that I've been saying kind of about the Vikings defense all along. They've been getting really bailed out with the takeaways, but when it comes down to giving up actual yardage, they're one of the worst in the league at it. They give up a shit ton of yards. Stafford, 25 for 34, 279, 4 touchdowns, and 1 interception in this one. He had a really good game. But yeah, I'll let you talk about the Vikings. But I thought the Rams played a really good game, really on both sides of the ball. If we being completely honest, they sacked Darnold 3 times. I know the last one at the end of the game there was. We'll get into that in a second. But yeah, man, I thought the Rams had a really good game plan, and just goes to show as long as they got Stafford, Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, they can beat anybody in the league, man.
Yeah, I agree. I thought the Rams played very, very good. Kind of like we've been saying. At least I know I was saying earlier in a couple of the last podcast episodes, where I can kind of see this team somehow going on a run, especially getting Puka and Cooper back. I thought if they lost this game, Cooper was definitely gone. But kind of like you said, exactly like that, the whole season might have just turned around off of that one game. Vikings lose 2 in a row. Kind of expected them to lose to the Lions. Wasn't really expecting them to lose this game. Granted, I'm not worried about them. They got the Colts, Jags, Titans next, so those should be 3 easy-ish wins.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, there was like some sort of stat they were talking about on air. I don't know if you heard it or not. That teams are 0-4 after playing the Lions this season.
They're 0-5 now.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, man, the Lions just beat the hell out of these teams, and especially on a short week. Um, yeah, I mean, that's more just kind of giving credit to the Lions than anything. But I know you saw the end of the game, the way it ended with the face mask. I really don't think it impacted the outcome of the game. Besides just adding 2 more points to the Rams, I don't think the Vikings would have gone down there and really won the
Yeah,
game.
you
To
got
be
to get a
honest,
touchdown and a 2-point
yeah,
conversion.
I think the Rams defense was playing kind of lights out in that second half. Um, they allowed what 6 points, so I think the Rams won
Yeah.
this game pretty fair. Besides that one face mask, but again, I think they obviously missed it, but I don't think it really impacted the whole game in any sort of way.
Yeah, it was definitely a blown call. I think the ref was right there, but I thought the Vikings played solid. I think the main thing with them is just the defense isn't as good what everyone thinks it is. Brian Flores is still a good DC, but I mean the back end has its troubles. They give up a lot of yards, and this has just been kind of a thing they've been doing a lot. Especially when they're playing a really solid offensive team. I mean, I picked the Vikings to win this, but that was before I knew Cooper Kupp and Puka was coming back. I feel like if they didn't have Puka, I don't think they win this game. But obviously, if I knew Puka and Cooper were playing, I probably would have leaned the Rams because the Rams can beat anybody. Like if they have those two guys with Stafford in the lineup, man, they're as dangerous as any team. I mean, because they can put up as many points as you can think. Like they put up 30 today, and it seemed like it was an easy 30. You see what I'm saying? Like, and it just, I mean, those two guys are just so talented at what they do. But yeah, shout out to the Rams.
You think they still trade Cup?
Nah, I don't. No way.
See, I was kind of iffy in general, and like we even said yesterday when we were talking about it, it just seemed like it kind of came out of nowhere. It was like completely random. But with the Rams' schedule, they got the Seahawks, I think, in Seattle, which, I mean, they could very well go in there and beat Seattle. They got the Dolphins, which, I mean, might be kind of iffy game with Tua coming back.
Tua coming back.
Yeah, then they got the Patriots, they got the Eagles, Saints, and then they kind of get into a little bit of a tougher schedule. They got Bills, 49ers, Jets, Cardinals, Seahawks. I think they could, again, I really do think that if they just beat, let's say, last week the Vikings were the best team in football, and they just beat them, it's like I think they can beat damn near any of these teams, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I agree. I think that their schedule was kind of in their favor a bit. The division games can go either way. I think the game against the Saints, I think the Eagles, the Patriots, I think those are games that they can win. Especially like yeah, I think those are games they can win. The Cardinals, like I said, divisions, they're gonna probably can win some of those. I mean, they can beat anybody, man. Like they got those three guys with Kyron Williams too. They can beat almost anybody in the league. I mean, they can put up so many points. They drive down the field with ease. Like they know it's too many options. Like it's just too many options, bro, between those three, Kyron, Puka, and Cooper Cup. I mean, but shout out to Stafford, man. They found, I think beating the Raiders last week also saved their season because if they would have lost that game, it would have been still really rough. They'd be what 2-5. So like we'd be talking about a long road to climb from. But they're 3-4. They're second in their division. They got Seattle next. I mean, that can go either way. But yeah, moving on to our predictions.
Hold on, one second,
Yeah,
real
go
quick.
ahead.
I do think also with the Vikings, with getting Hawkinson back, it's gonna obviously be a great addition to him, just like another offensive weapon. There was something though I saw today on Twitter where he was activated 20 days ago, and if he's not active, like elevated to the active roster by I think tomorrow, then he can't come back or something.
Who?
T.J. Hawkinson, he was off of IR I think 20 days ago, and they got 21 days to fully bring him to the active roster, or else they have to completely put him on IR for the rest of the season. And I mean, I don't know how accurate that is, but it seems like it's been a couple weeks that they've been talking about bringing him back. And I know they activated him, like brought him off of IR and then let him like have his 21-day window to kind of get right and all that. And I think they're on day 20. I don't know if it's technically today, October 25th, as we're talking right now, or if it's October 26th. They got to activate him fully to elevate him to the roster or not. But I thought that was interesting because I thought low-key he was gonna play tonight. So I don't know. I don't know. I'd obviously do more research on it, but it seems like it's been a couple weeks that they've been talking about bringing him up, and I know he's not on IR anymore. I know he's just in that 21-day window, but
Yeah, I don't know. I hope he does come back, but I don't think he should miss the whole season. I think they're probably just gonna wait to the last second to do it, like the day of, and then they'll elevate him. But I doubt they're gonna say we're just gonna shut you down for the season, especially they can make a playoff push. I
yeah.
just don't see.
And
I don't see that happening.
they've been talking so highly of him too.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
yeah. I think they'll call him up. I think they'll call him up. I think they'll call him up. Yeah, like I don't think he's just gonna miss the whole season.
Yeah.
But I definitely think that if he comes back, it's gonna open up this offense even more, bro. Like if they get a reliable tight end, one of the best tight ends in the league for sure, for sure. But yeah,
No. I
but
figured. I just thought it was weird because I don't know if they have to do it by tomorrow or what. Because again, that's what a bunch of Vikings pages on Twitter were talking about, that they have to activate him by again either the 25th as we're talking right now or the 26th. But that was just something I was thinking about. That's not really crazy important. It's going to be news in 2 days from now if they don't activate him. But
yes, so they said he's gonna play next week.
Okay.
Yeah, they said he's playing week 9. Yeah, he missed today. Where is it? I just saw it. Yeah. TJ Hawkinson's been ruled out for tonight's week 8 game versus the Rams, but he's gonna return week 9 versus the Colts. So he'll be back next week. So I think they're gonna just elevate him and then bring him back for next game.
Bet. All right. Yeah. I mean, I
Yeah.
just wasn't sure.
Yeah. But yeah, moving on to our predictions for Sunday games. Gonna start with the morning games. Packers. Green Bay's traveling to Jacksonville to take on the Jags. Jags are 2-5. Packers are 5-2 heading to this game. I pretty easily went the Packers in this one. There's really no doubt in my mind. I don't really see a way Jacksonville's gonna win this game. I know they're at home. I'm pretty sure Jair and them are healthy. So I didn't see anything on the injury report that kind of had me worried about Green Bay. Yeah, man, they're back healthy. I mean, I think yeah. So the only thing that popped up was like Quay is questionable, Christian and Jaden Reed, but they all practice. They just were limited. So they're probably gonna play. I know Jair was limited on yesterday, but he practiced full today, so he's gonna be able to go. But yeah, man, I'm taking Green Bay easily in this game.
Yeah, same. I'm taking Green Bay as well. I'm expecting Jordan Love to come out here and kind of do whatever he wants
Throw a
against
party.
this. Yeah, do whatever he wants. Especially, only thing that kind of concerns me maybe a tiny bit is that it's in Jacksonville. But no, I think I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna go with the Packers pretty comfortably as well.
hmm Yeah, going on to the next game, the Colts traveling to Houston to take on the Texans. I will be at this game doing interviews. So if any of you guys live in the Houston area, gonna be at this game. Hey man, this is I don't know how this is gonna be. The Colts are 4-3, Texans are 5-2. Now if the Colts win this game, boy, do things get interesting. It gets very, very interesting in that division. But with that being said, I think the Texans are gonna win this game. I think they're gonna win this game pretty easily. They should. Anthony Richardson, they haven't said anything about him not starting, so he's gonna play. This team did meet in week 1, and it was a really close game. It was Anthony Richardson's best game of the season. Um, but Joe Mixon ran the ball really, really well. They did have Nico in this one. The Texans did, which I think he had a good game in this game. But I don't know, man. This game could go either way, in my opinion. But I'm gonna go with the Texans. They should win this one easily. I still think, like the Colts. I'm not Anthony Richardson has just not been playing well. I think this is a game where they should get after him a little bit. And the Texans should just win this game, man. I know I think DeForest Buckner is gonna be playing, but I still think the Texans should just run the ball and just beat the Colts, man. Like Diggs and these guys should be able to create space in this game. I know last week they struggled massively, but I think this game they should be able to get it done.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm as confident in the Texans maybe as you are of saying that.
Oh, I'm not confident.
Yeah. Well, you said that basically you're kind of going with them, and it shouldn't really even be like a question.
I mean, no, I'm saying I'm not confident in them in terms of them being like a really good team, but I don't think the Colts are a good team though.
I mean, just thinking about it for me with getting Buckner back and JT back, it's like I don't, and it's a division game. I mean, I'm going with Houston as well. I'm just not as confident in Houston as maybe some are. I'm not really saying you're 100% either, but I mean in general, the Colts injury report looks pretty solid. Everybody looks straight besides what Avery and Jalen. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's about it. I mean the only thing I just don't trust Anthony Richardson, not on the road. I mean, because remember they lost the one at home by 2, but he's gonna be on the road in this one, so we'll see.
How did he look last year against them? Let me look.
He did. I think he played. I think that's the game he got hurt.
I think you're right. I think he had like 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
He ran for 2 touchdowns to start the game off, and they ended up winning the game. Gardner Minshew came in and kind of just controlled the game after that.
Yeah, he was 6 for 10, 56 yards.
And that was in Houston, right?
Yeah, that was in Houston.
I don't know.
That's last. I don't know, man.
I'm gonna go with Texans just because I believe in C.J. Stroud and yeah, I just believe in him.
I think Joe Mixon's gonna have a big game.
True. Yeah, him too. Yeah, but
yeah,
I'm gonna go with
going on to the next game. Yeah, going on to the next game, the Eagles are traveling to Cincinnati, take on the Bengals. I think this is gonna be a really close game. Eagles are 4-2, the Bengals are 3-4. Oof. Bengals have not won a game at home. That's kind of the biggest thing for me. They haven't won a game at home, and I don't think this is going to continue. I'm going with the Eagles in this one. I just don't believe in Cincy's defense. I think this is going to be more of on the high scoring side of games. But if I had to pick one defense to believe in more, it's Phillies. If I had to pick a run game, I believe in more, it's Phillies, and I think that's why I'm going with them here. I think Burrow's going to do his thing. I think Burrow and Chase, but I think Hurts and AJ Brown and Devontae are going to do their thing as well. And I think when it comes down to it, to running the ball, I think Saquon can get his on this defense. And I'm going with Philly, man. It's hard because I don't think Cincinnati's defense is going to be able to hold up as much. I think Philly might get a few stops here and there. I just don't see Cincy like just finding a point in the game defensively to take control of the game.
Yeah, man, I'm going with the Eagles as well. I do think they should flex this game into like a 4 o'clock game or something.
Facts.
Because this game is way too good to have it a 1 o'clock or noon game or wherever you're located.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna go with the Eagles as well, basically for similar reasons as you. But if the Bengals can win this game and they just won 4 of their last 5, I think it would have been right.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, man, if they can win, they keep stacking these wins. I mean, they could easily sneak into the playoffs. And I mean, granted, we're not even halfway through the season yet. So talking about playoffs, it's kind of crazy. But like just in general, I mean, they'll be 4-4, and then they'll go play the Raiders. They got the Raiders. They got the Titans. They got the bum ass Broncos.
Hey, chill.
No, I mean, I can't see this team sneaking into the playoffs. But I'm going with Philly. Basically for the same reasons. AJ Brown, Saquon, Devontae. Is Goddard playing? Do you know?
He's questionable. Let me see what his practice been looking like. So he didn't practice today. So we'll have to see tomorrow. But if he didn't practice today and they say he's limited tomorrow, then I don't know. The only way he plays is I think maybe he's full participant tomorrow, but we'll have to see how that goes. But right now he's questionable.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go with Philly. I could easily see a way that since he just picks apart this
Yeah,
defense,
Jamar having a big
yeah,
game.
easily. But I'm also in agreement with you where I think it's just gonna be a shootout where both offenses are gonna go crazy and both defenses are gonna stink.
Yeah, I agree. I think if I had to pick one defense to somewhat get a stop, it'll be Philly. If I had to just pick, that's also why I'm going with them. Going on to the next game, the Ravens are traveling to Cleveland to take on the Browns. I think we can keep this short and simple. The Browns are 1-6. Ravens are 5-2. Game is in Cleveland. I'm going with the Ravens.
Yeah, I'm going with the Ravens as well. I'm interested to see how Jameis does. I'm not expecting him to win whatsoever, but I mean, if this Cleveland Browns team falls to 1-7, um, I'm kind of interested to see who they're gonna move on from. I've been hearing a lot of stuff about Myles Garrett. I don't think they're gonna trade him in the slightest. I don't think they've even considered it. But yeah, I'd kind of be interested to see what this team does going forward.
Facts. Going on to the next game, we can keep this one short too. The Titans are traveling to Detroit to take on the Lions. Titans are 1-5. Lions are 5-1. The Lions are 12-point favorites in this game. I'm going with the Lions, man. I think the Lions are just gonna win this game. I think this is gonna be Harold Landry's last game as a Titan. Um, I'm going with the Lions easily.
Yeah, I'm going with the Lions as well. Especially it being in Detroit, I'm expecting them just to run the ball, do whatever they want. It's gonna be crazy to see if that one stat that they got more touchdowns and incompletions, if that continues, and if it does, for how long. I mean, they could easily have 5-6 touchdowns, and if Goff takes care of the ball like he's been doing the last month of football, it could be something like 18, 19 incompletions, and it'd be like 21 touchdowns. I mean, that would be crazy, but yeah, I'm going with the Lions.
Yeah. Going on to the next game. The Cardinals are traveling to Miami to take on the Dolphins. Cardinals are 3-4. Dolphins are 2-4. This is Tua is coming back. He's coming back, right?
Yeah. He's coming back.
He's coming. Yeah, he was a full participant in practice. Tyreek and Jalen were limited today, but they're gonna go. They got this game at home. It's a perfect game for Tua to come back, going up against a really bad defense. The Dolphins are still finding a way. They're 2-4. Their season is not shot. They have a really kind of friendly schedule. Well, I won't say it's too friendly, but they got some winnable games there. Yeah, I mean, you look at their next 5 games. They got the Cardinals, the Bills, Rams, Raiders, and Patriots. I think they can win 3 out of those next 5. I think they can beat the Raiders. They can beat the Patriots, but it's going to start with this Arizona game. And if they win 3 out of their next 5, I think you go to 5-6, and then after that, you're gonna have to basically go all in. You got Green Bay on the road, the Jets, the Texans on the road, the Niners, then the Browns and the Jets to finish it off on the road. So they're gonna have to clutch up if they want to find a way to still make this postseason. But I think it's very possible. If Tua can stay healthy. But yeah, I went with the Dolphins. I just don't see a way the Cardinals are gonna win this game.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Dolphins as well, and I'm in agreement with you where I think they're also in the same boat kind of as Cincy is, where they started off really slow, obviously for different circumstances, but and then now they gotta pick back up and barely sneak into the playoffs. I could see them kind of coming down to like the last game of the season or one of the last games of the season type thing, and it's gonna come out to be like who has a better divisional record or something between them and like Cincy. Like I just feel like they're both in the same situation, and one of the two of them I think are gonna squeeze into the playoffs because they're basically almost the same record, right? Yeah, 2-4, and then what, 3-4? Isn't Cincy 3-4?
Yes. Wait. Cincy's 3-4. Dolphins are 2-4.
Yeah. So I mean, they're basically in the same situation. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going with the Dolphins though. I think I'm expecting Tyreek just to kind of bounce back because he's been kind of quiet the last couple of weeks. They just really haven't been able to give him the ball whatsoever. And A-Chain, it's
Hopefully
like
he can bring some juice. Yeah, hopefully he
for
bring juice to my fantasy team. 'Cause Lord Jesus, man. Oh my God.
it's just like they completely just like you take the
Forgot.
quarterback out, and like I get the quarterback's the most important position, but like you just take him out, and it's like this team just absolutely fell apart, and it just crumbled. So I'm kind of expecting to see this offense just kind of get back to normal and like right away. I'm
Facts.
expecting it. But
Yeah. Going on to the next game, the Jets are taking on the Patriots. Traveling to Foxborough, the Jets are 2-5. Patriots are 1-6. Now, if the Patriots win this game, things get very, very interesting. The Jets fall to the worst team in the division. But the Jets are 7-point favorites. I'm going with the Jets. I think they need this. This is the game I think they need. Um, they should win it. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm 100% confident, but I think the Jets are gonna win this game. They have to. Backs are against the wall. If you lose this game, your season's over. I think they win the game.
yeah, same. I think the Jets win as well. I think the Patriots defense is solid, but again, this offense, like you brought Rodgers in, you brought Devontae in, you brought other weapons in. It's like eventually there is no excuses. Eventually like you have to produce, and especially against an easy team like the Patriots. I don't know, but even with when Salah left, granted the defense hasn't really been great this year, but like when Salah left, well, I should say got fired. This defense has just kind of fell apart. Like last week, again, we are like the Steelers are not a great offense at all, especially going against Russ in his first game.
Yeah.
Put up 37 on him. It's like I think that's like I don't know which one's more of an issue, if it's the defense or the offense. I mean, the offense is playing bad, but the defense isn't far behind it either. But again, with that being said, I'm going with the Jets just for that reason of their backs are against the wall. Nobody expects anything from the Patriots, especially with a rookie quarterback. The Jets got to do something, and this has to be the game. And if not, then the panic meters are going off completely.
Yeah, so going on to the next game, the Falcons is taking on the Buccaneers. Both teams are 4-3 in this game. Bucks have this game at home. This was kind of tough, but I went with the Falcons. I think the Chris Godwin injury, Mike Evans kind of limping into this week are going to play some factors in this game. The first game was really close. Tampa ended up losing this one 36-30. I just don't. I know Mike. I think Mike Evans is gonna play, or no, 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 no,
No.
no,
I think
no, no,
he's
no.
out to like week 11 or
Yeah, I'm about to
12.
say it. No, I forgot. Yeah, no, yeah, he's on IR. I think. Yeah, no, he's out. He's out for a while. So they're out with a lot of their receivers. I know Bucky Irving. He did miss today's practice as well. So they're gonna kind of limp into this week. I'm taking the Falcons. I think this is a game the Falcons should just find a way to win, take advantage of the Buccaneers being injured, and yeah, I'm going with them.
If one of these
Not to
receivers,
mention, I think yeah, they are.
the what?
They're favored in this game.
Who are the
The
Bucks or the
Falcons.
Falcons? Falcons. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I probably would have gone with the Bucks if one of the two of Godwin or Evans were healthy. Just because it's the division game, I feel like the way that they lost on Thursday night really just kind of has stuck with the Bucks. But they have nobody to really throw the ball to. So I'm gonna go with the Falcons, and yeah, but also I could 100% see the Bucks winning. I think Baker plays his best ball when his back is against the wall and he's doubted. So I could see the Bucks coming out and winning the game, especially it being in Tampa. But I'm gonna roll with the Falcons on this one.
Yeah, moving on to the next game. The Saints traveling to LA to take on the Chargers. The Saints are 2-5. Chargers are 3-3 in this one. I think we all pretty much know who's going to win this game. It's going to be the Chargers. They're favored by 7 in this game. I think the defense is going to get after the Saints offense, kind of just like Denver did. And I'm taking the Chargers in this one pretty easily.
Yeah, I'm going with the Chargers as well. Did you see something about? I don't know if this is true. If I got like trolled on Twitter or something, that Kamara has a broken hand.
Nah, it's true.
His
He's got like broken ribs and a broken hand.
bro,
He said it.
that's crazy. He got a broken right hand, and you out here playing a football game. Like, man, props to you. But I think they're getting Olave back. I think it's still gonna be Rattler, right?
Yeah, it's Rattler.
Yeah. So I'm just with that being said. I mean, I think if Carr was playing, I'd have a little more confidence in the Saints. But I'm gonna roll with the Chargers for that reason.
Facts. Going on to a game that should be good. The Bills are traveling to Seattle to take on the Seahawks. Bills are 5-2. Seahawks are 4-3. The Bills are favored in this game by 3 points. I don't know if DK's going in this game. I do know Kenneth Walker had a limited practice today. Tariq Woolen was limited. I think Tariq Woolen practiced today. But DK, they said he missed the next 2 practices and has his sprained MCL reevaluated. He's listed as questionable. If I had to pinpoint it, no practice throughout the week. I don't think DK is gonna go in this one. That's just me. Kenneth Walker again, like I said, he didn't practice today, so I think Seahawks might limp it. I think they're gonna limp into this one, and that's why I went with Buffalo. I think Buffalo gets one on the road.
Yeah, I'm rolling with Buffalo as well. I really wanted to go with Seattle, and but for the same reason as you, with DK being injured, I just don't really trust him. Did you say something about Jason and Lockett are both straight? I think again, this is like, in my opinion, this is the reason you guys draft, not you guys, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, they drafted JSN was to kind of be that second like up and coming receiver, and it's like, in my opinion, they got one of the best trios in the league. So it's like, I'm not saying JSN is better than DK, but like, this is one of them games that like JSN can really step into and be like, there's no DK, like, man, feed me the ball. Like, I can prove to be like a number one guy in this team. But again, with that being said, I'm gonna roll with I got too much faith in Josh Allen, and I'm not a big fan of the Bills' defense in general. But again,
I mean the Seahawks.
No, I mean the Bills.
Oh, you mean okay?
Yeah. I just don't. I don't know. I just don't really have much faith in them, so I could 100% see Geno coming out and just lighting it up. But I have more faith in Josh Allen, so I'm gonna roll with the Bills.
Okay. Yeah, going on to the next game, we can keep this one kind of short. The Chiefs are traveling to Vegas, take on the Raiders. Chiefs are 6-0, still haven't lost a game. Raiders are 2-5. I'm going with the Chiefs in this one. Just ain't no way the Raiders win this game. The Chiefs are favored by 9.5. Yeah, I'm going with the Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs as well. Who do the Chiefs play the rest of the season? Do they got any, like, I know they play the Texans. Do they got like any hard games? I was talking.
So they got the Bucks, Broncos, Bills, then they got the Panthers, Raiders.
Okay.
Chargers, Browns, Texans, Steelers, Broncos. So there's some losses I hope in there. I think one preferably November 10th when the orange and blue come into town. I think
Uh,
that one's gonna be a good game.
I was talking with one of my buddies about this, and at what point in the Chiefs' schedule, like if they keep going, if they keep winning, are you gonna be like, oh damn, like they could actually go undefeated? Because it's like I think they beat the Raiders. I think with a banged up
Nah, they're
Bucks
not going
team,
undefeated.
I'm just asking. I think with a banged up Bucks team, that could be an easy win.
I think we can beat them.
I mean, I'm not saying you can't, but like I
I'm
don't
I'm not
know.
saying we will,
I don't know.
but
I think once you get after that Bills game, if they keep winning, they win these next four, then you got the Panthers, the Raiders, the Chargers, the Browns. That
the
Texans game
Chargers are
is
gonna be hard too.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, they still beat him with no Rasheed in LA. So it's like
All I know
I don't
is,
know.
hey man, way our defense playing, we go in there and we can make them turn that ball over a little bit. I think we can beat them, man. I'm not saying we're the only team that's gonna beat them. I think they're gonna get got eventually. I mean, they've gotten relatively lucky, and now they're just gonna end up. Now they're on the spot where they're playing bad teams. I mean, you really watch the Chiefs game. It's not like they've been dominating. Like they've been winning really close games. I mean, they should beat the Raiders. You got the Buccaneers on prime time. You got Denver. You got Buffalo. I think between those three games, the Bucks, Broncos, and the Bills, I think they're gonna take it. I think they're gonna lose. I think someone out of those three are gonna beat them. I don't know who it's
I
gonna
don't know.
be.
I don't know. I just really think like I'm not predicting them to go undefeated or nothing like that. I'm just saying like in general, like if they get after that
Now,
Bills game and if they win these next four, you got the Panthers, the Raiders, Chargers, the Browns. I think that Texans game is gonna be tough. I think on that Christmas game, who they playing on Christmas again? Oh, I mean that'll probably be an L for them.
the
And,
Steelers.
yeah, and then they got the
You
Broncos.
knew who they
Man, we
played.
about to beat the hell out of them these last 2 weeks. The Steelers and the Broncos. Man, never mind. Never mind. They going 15-2. They lose in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. I think it's then they got the Texans the week before that. They're not going undefeated, man. I think if they find a way to beat the Bucks, Bills, and the Broncos for 3 straight weeks,
That's what I'm
I'm
saying.
like,
That's what I'm
damn,
saying.
man. Like
Eventually, it's gonna be
that's yeah.
like, eventually it's gonna be like, damn. Like, if they get, I think if they get past this Bills game, you got damn near a month of straight football where you can just almost coast. You know, you got the Panthers, Raiders, Chargers, and Browns. It's like those are four easy games. You know.
Yeah. Like because then, yeah. But I don't know. I just got that feeling, man. They got the Broncos on a noon game. Like it just smells like, you know what I'm saying? Like all I know is, man, you can't take those three games lightly. Like the
No.
Broncos and the Bills on back to backs, that's gonna be tough. You're playing two different teams, but two tough teams. Like you're gonna have to go in there. I ain't gonna lie, like Broncos defense ain't just gonna give anything up to you because the way we're playing right now defensively, man, like you gonna have to you gonna have to you gonna have to just find a way to win that shit. I ain't gonna lie to you because between D Hop and Kelsey, man, we gonna have a game plan for him because Pat's coming back. So and the way our front line is playing, or the way our front seven is playing too, like, whew. But yeah,
They also got 3 games in 10 days, so I think again that'll kind of be a good test for them on the 15th of
exactly.
December. Browns, 21st Texans, 25th us. So I mean, I'm not predicting them to go undefeated. I was just legit asking like if they do get past like let's say the Bills, like that what would it be week what 13 or whatever it would be, something like that,
Mhm.
week 12. If they can get past that, they got an easy month where it's like, damn, like they could kind of get on a roll. Again, I'm not predicting it. I was more just genuinely asking you. But
Yeah, I got you. Going on to the next game. Now, this game is gonna be, I think, talked about a lot, especially hyped up for game day. The Bears are traveling to Washington to take on the Commanders. I mean, well, Landover take on the Commanders. Commanders are 5-2. The Bears are 4-2 in this one. I think the Commanders are going to win this game. Um, Dan Quinn's defense isn't the best, but they do one thing, and it's really blitz. They know their back end isn't that good. Caleb has done well going up against secondaries that aren't that good, but I just think this is a game. I don't know. I think it could be close. I think the Bears defense definitely plays a huge factor in what they can do to this Washington offense. But just seeing, I don't know. I went with Washington. Surprisingly, the Bears are favored by 3 in this game. Now, I don't know where that came from, but the fact that the Bears are favorites in this game is kind of crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Washington. I went Washington. I'm gonna stick with it. Like I just don't see the Bears offense gonna be able to put up enough points. I just don't. I mean, and the thing is, we saw the Commanders defense when they played Baltimore, and they gave up 30. I just don't. I think the Bears offense is good. I just don't think they have that in it. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Like I just don't know if the Bears offense gonna be able to put up that many points because the Bears defense is good, but like Washington is still gonna like Jay Daniels is still gonna put points up on the board.
Yeah, man, I can't lie. I went the opposite way, as you probably expected. I went the Bears. I think a big reason that the Bears are favored is Jaden Daniels hasn't practiced all week, and
I think he'll play though.
I don't know. That concerns me in general. Of like he hasn't practiced at all. Granted, I know his mom tweeted out talking about he's fine, but yeah, I just think that this Bears defense, besides maybe the Ravens defense, let me make sure I got my facts straight. Schedule.
I can pull it up for you. Their defensive stats.
Yeah, besides the
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah. Besides the Ravens defense, I think this Bears defense is going to be the best defense that they've seen.
Yeah, so the Bears defense right now, they're ranked 5th in total. They're ranked against the pass. They're ranked 7th against the pass. Against the run, they're kind of middle of the pack a little bit. They're like, I think, 12th against the run. And points per game, I mean, they're 4th. So the defense is legit. I think if Jay Daniels doesn't play, I'm obviously going with the Bears. I think the Bears win it. But I think if he does play, it's going to be tough for them. But I just think that I think they're gonna find a way to just put some points up on that board, man. I just don't see. I don't know, man. It's weird, like because the Commanders' defense, it isn't awful, but it isn't. You know what I'm saying? It isn't really great. It's like a little bit below average. But the one thing they really rely on their front seven a lot. But I mean, against the pass, Washington, they're not they're middle of the pack, but they don't really have a lot of talent in that room. But I'm gonna stick with Washington for now. But if Jay Daniels doesn't play, I'm gonna go Caleb. But I mean, I just think I don't know, man. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wrong with the Bears, especially like granted they've kind of been beaten up on some bad teams. They almost beat the Colts and then they beat the Rams, and the Rams are obviously weren't fully healthy, and they just beat the Panthers and the Jags. I just think that Caleb's confidence has kind of been progressively like getting better and better, and you can see him kind of developing in front of us. And I'm not saying I'm not saying Jaden isn't either, but I don't know. I'm just especially off a bye week too. You've had a week to prepare for this team. Jaden's banged up a little bit. I'm gonna roll with the Bears, and I do think that they're favored like that. I just really do wonder if Vegas knows like maybe Jaden isn't even really gonna play. I think he probably will too. I agree with you, but that can really be the only explanation for me of like why the Commanders aren't favored at home. You know, but
Yeah. Going on to the next game. Carolina Panthers traveling to Denver to take on the Broncos. Panthers are 1-6 in this, and the Broncos are 4-3. The Broncos are 10-point favorites. I can't even remember the last time we were ever 10-point favorites in a game. Yeah, I'm going with the Panthers in this one. No, stop playing. I'm going with the Broncos, man. I think the Broncos, we should win this game pretty confidently. Pat, I think, is coming back. Don't know. No, he hadn't been practicing. Well, okay, no, he's a full participant yesterday, so he's gonna be playing. Yeah, man, the Broncos gonna win this one. They're they're gonna win this game. We're gonna go to 5-3. Knock on wood, unless we find a way to choke the game of like insane. But I think the Broncos win this game, man. I think Bryce is starting in this one. I think they're gonna blitz the hell out of Carolina in this game. I think Bryce is in for a long day.
man, give me the Panthers to upset the Broncos. I'm
Yeah, okay.
expecting Bryce. I'm expecting Bryce Young to come out here and light their ass up, give him 6 touchdowns, man, send them back home even though they're already at home. Nah, I'm gonna go with the Broncos as well. I've been liking seeing I've been liking what I've been seeing from Bo, and obviously you've been paying way more attention to the Broncos than I have. But even on that Thursday night game, like he didn't really have to pass a crazy amount. I really liked what he was doing with his legs, too, extended plays, extending on third downs, just extended drives in general, and especially against a worse defense in the Panthers. Again, like I've been saying, I really think this defense looks like a
Hey,
college
look,
defense, and it's like you're coming back off of a not a bye week, but like a longer week since they played on Thursday in Denver. I there's no reason that the Broncos should this game should even be close.
if Cortland Sutton doesn't have 50 yards receiving, we gonna have a even harder conversation than the ones we've already had because this is, bro. Come on, man. But oh yeah, I want to give a before we move on, prayers to Josh Reynolds. The news about him getting shot was pretty crazy, but I mean he's already back at practice. Still on IR, but I mean I guess it wasn't too serious, but definitely
What
praying for
wasn't it
him
on
over there.
Friday? Wasn't it on like last
Last Friday,
Friday?
yeah.
Man, how did we just hear about this?
Broncos kept it hush hush, boy. I'm
For
telling you,
real,
they
for
kept it
real.
hush hush for no one to know. Like that's crazy work. But yeah, man, Broncos they should win this one pretty easily. Like I said, run the ball, throw the ball, whichever way Broncos should win this one. Hopefully we can see a lot of Troy Franklin and Marvin Mims. But yeah, going on to the next game, the Sunday night game, the Cowboys traveling to Santa Clara over there in Candlestick, take on the Niners. Cowboys 3-3, Niners are 3-4 in this one. Shocking records from probably both teams. Nobody expected this, but yeah, I went with the Niners in this one. I just don't see a way the Cowboys win this game. To be quite honest with you, Brock is playing. I know the Niners have the injuries, but look, they got enough guys going to where I think they can beat Dallas. Brock is playing. Kittle is playing. I don't know about Debo. I know Jordan Mason was limited. Jawan Jennings didn't practice. Oh no, Debo was limited today, but I think they're gonna go. I think they're gonna have Jawan, they're gonna have Debo, they're gonna have Mason, they're gonna have Kittle, and that's pretty much all they need. And I think they're gonna be Dallas. Not to mention the game is in San Francisco, so
Yeah, I think this is one of those games. Both teams, their backs are against the wall. They both need this game desperately, and this game could go one or two ways for either team. Let's say the 49ers lose this game, they 3-5. They would be last in the division, right? Because I
let
think
me
they
check
third
that.
right now, and I think the Rams are
Yeah, so if they lose this, yeah, so the Rams are 3-4 now.
and the Rams
Well,
beat
it
them.
depends if the Cardinals lose. If the Cardinals lose, if the Cardinals lose, well, no, it wouldn't matter. If the Niners lose this game, they're still last in the division.
Yeah, so it's like this is one of the like. Granted, it's not much. Like let's say the Cardinals win, the Seahawks win.
They're
It's
last in the
five and
division right
three
now.
and 4-4, and they beat 3-5. But again, it's starting to get to a little bit of a panic time for them, where it's like the 49ers they really need to win this game. I'm not saying the Cowboys don't either, but man, did you see Brandon Aubrey has jury duty? I've never heard of that before, ever. Like I've obviously heard of jury duty before, but like somebody hit me up on Instagram. They were like, "Bro, did you hear that Brandon Aubrey was gonna be out? Or was it's like limited, or he's not at practice or whatever?" I was like, "Damn, like what happened?" Because he arguably is their best, if not one of their best players, you know. And it's like I was
Bro,
like,
he's
"Damn."
playing though.
Oh yeah,
Like,
He's for sure playing, but it's like, bro, jury duty. Like,
yeah, that's
all
crazy.
right, bro.
That's a
Like
crazy.
you telling me that Jerry Jones couldn't have got you out of that? Like, be for real. But yeah, that was
That's
crazy.
crazy.
But I think with no Micah, I don't think Micah's playing. That really concerns me. The 49ers gonna kind of had the Cowboys number forever. At least the last 5 years. I'm gonna go with the 49ers, and I just really hope it's a good, entertaining game. I hope it's not like last year where the 49ers blew them out on Sunday night.
Yeah, going on to the final game Monday night. The Giants are traveling to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. Giants are 2-5. Steelers are 5-2. Pittsburgh is favored by 6 in this game. I went with the Steelers. I went with Pittsburgh. Now I'm gonna say this about this game. Giants lead the league in sacks. Giants have one of the more underrated defenses in the league. Um, Now, here's what I'm gonna say about y'all. This is the game where I think people are going. Russell Wilson's gonna remind the world who he is. I think y'all will win this game. I have to look and see what the Giants are against the run. I'm gonna check this out right now. 1 second. I want to see what they are against the run. Their defense. They're about okay. They're not that good against the run, so we'll see. I just don't think. I don't know. I'm really worried about this game for y'all. I think y'all will win this game, but I wouldn't be surprised if y'all win this game like 19-13. Russ doesn't do really too much, and it's just kind of back to like, should we start Fields? Because right now, man, y'all riding this high horse about man Russell Wilson, just that guy. He right now he's the guy, and I'm just being completely honest with you, man. Like, bro, I've seen this story before. He's gonna play a good. He's gonna play a really good defensive line in this game, and we're gonna see what he can do. But yeah, man, we'll see. I still win with y'all in this game.
Yeah, obviously I'm going with us as well. I think our defense is gonna, especially with the Giants' offensive line kind of
Yeah.
being not great. I'm expecting TJ and Highsmith and Cam and Benton and all that to get to him. Um, I think if the defense played that good against the Jets, I think the defense should absolutely lock up the Giants. Um, but I agree with you. There's always, for whatever reason, the Steelers always play down to teams that we should always beat. And it
Mm-hmm.
happens every year where we always lose a random game. And I kind of thought it was that Colts game. Yeah, let me look. Let me make sure. Yeah, I kind of thought it was that Colts game that we were gonna easily beat the Colts, and I also kind of thought maybe that Raiders game it was like like we should beat them for sure, and then we end up losing. That Raiders game that we beat them, like that was we kind of put it to them and gave it to them, and like that's what we should
Yeah.
really do. That Jets game kind of impressed me as well. Uh, we really need this game. Just go into the bye week 6-2. Uh, Maybe evaluate. I think that was kind of Tomlin's plan is to kind of see what he has in Russ these next two games. So the Jets and the Giants, and then going into the bye week, making his final decision of like who are we gonna start. I think if Russ comes out here and balls, it's not even going to be a question for Tomlin, and he's going to roll with Russ. Um, but after that, we got a tough schedule. We got Commanders, Ravens, Bengals, Browns, Eagles, Ravens, Chiefs, Bengals. So it's a tough schedule. So I think we kind of need to get into this bye week, become healthy, get a little healthier, maybe even trade for somebody. I think this would be a perfect time to trade for somebody, and then on the bye week, kind of get him into the facility, get him with the team, get him used to everything, and
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna roll with the Giants, but I agree with you. I think Dexter Lawrence is leading the league in sacks. I think so. It's like it's not like our offensive line is great either. I mean, our center's out for this game. The rookie left tackle, right tackle that we drafted, I think he's out for damn near the season. Granted, he's been out for a while. So, but yeah, I'm
Mm-hmm.
expecting this defensive line to get after Russ as well. And with that being said, obviously I'm picking us, but I'm kind of excited to see like how Russ handles that, and if what Tomlin's decision will be after this game.
Yeah, I agree. Before we leave things off, I do want to say one thing about my Broncos. After this week, things get very interesting. The next three games are at the Ravens, at the Chiefs, and then we got the Falcons in Denver. I kind of want to hear your thoughts on that. How you think we're gonna go in these next three? Well, after Carolina.
1-2.
Okay, so you think we'll lose to the Ravens and Chiefs? You think
Yeah,
we beat the Falcons?
yeah. I mean, even I don't know. I want to say 0-3, but I'm trying to be optimistic for you guys. I just can't see you guys beating the Ravens, and I cannot see you guys beating the Chiefs. I think I could see you guys maybe beating them that last week of the season, maybe, but nah, I can't see you guys beating the Chiefs. It's in Arrowhead, right? It's like, yeah, you guys got the best defense, but it's like
We
the
beat them
Chiefs.
in. I think we beat them in Arrowhead last year.
Nah, you guys beat them in Denver last year, right?
It was Denver.
Yeah, Mahomes was sick and all that, and Russ went over there and had himself a little day.
It was not. We didn't win that game because of Russ. We won that game because of the defense. That's why I'm
I don't know.
like
I remember Russ
low
went off
key
that game.
optimistic. Russ did not go off. Our defense had like 4 takeaways.
That's because Mahomes was sick.
Oh my
Let,
god.
let me look this up.
I remember the game.
I
We
remember
were
he did
turning the
well.
ball over.
Man, Russ had 3 touchdowns. What are we talking about?
We
12 for 19, 114 yards, 3 tutties.
come on,
Javonte 27.
114. Come on, bro. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Javonte had
What are
27
we
carries.
doing?
Do you want to guess who the leading receiver was?
Jerry Judy.
Yeah, he had two catches for 50 yards and a touchdown. Cortland Sutton had 2
Like, come
catches,
on, bro. No, dog.
29 yards,
Yeah,
a
we beat
touchdown.
him. We beat him 24-9. I'm looking at it.
You guys only had 2 picks.
Only 2 picks. We had 2 picks, and we forced 3 fumbles.
Well, I haven't gotten to the fumbles yet. You just
Yeah, it
spoiled
was
that
2
for me.
picks and 3 fumbles. So my bad. We forced 5 takeaways.
How many
And we
sacks did
only
the
put
Chiefs
up
have?
24. Huh?
Chiefs had like 5 sacks. Yeah, 5 sacks.
6.
6.
Just
Damn,
goes
6.
to show fucking Russ. And Javonte had 85 yards on damn near 30 carries. So just imagine if our defense goes against KC this year and we do that. And we beat them during in the middle of the season, right around this time last year. Candidate was in Denver, but still.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still rolling with the Chiefs. I just don't think you guys are gonna, especially going into Arrowhead with a rookie quarterback. I don't know. I don't really trust it. I'm gonna go with an optimistic 1-2. I don't think there's a chance in hell you guys beat the Ravens. Like that game, I'm not even questioning. But yeah, I'm gonna go with 1-2. And
if we beat Baltimore, okay, look, I'll say this: if we go 3-0 in these next, if we go 3-0, you're not hearing the end of it from me. I'm screaming Super Bowl bound. I'm screaming it from the rooftops. If we beat the Chiefs, if we beat the Ravens and Chiefs on the road, then beat the Falcons, and then have 11 wins with 3 weeks left in the season. Come on, man. What are we doing?
Tripping. You are tripping. And man, and
But
if the Steelers
I
win
ain't
these
saying it's
next
gonna happen.
7
Realistically,
games, I'm tripping. It's Super Bowl bound. We win it all. Come on, bro. Come on.
Nah, man. Realistically, I think we're gonna lose to the Ravens. I think the Chiefs game, man. I'm not just gonna give us that loss, man. I think we can win that game. The Falcons game, I think we'll win. But I think even if we do drop those games, we somehow beat Atlanta. I like our schedule. The Raiders, the Browns, the Colts. Like, I'm liking those games. I ain't gonna lie, we might mess around and beat my win total. I had us winning 8 to 9 games. I think we can win more than that. I'm liking the way things are turning out.
Let me tell you what's gonna happen for you guys. You guys are gonna crush the Panthers. Ravens gonna give it to you, especially it being in Baltimore. Chiefs gonna smoke you guys. Chiefs gonna smoke you guys. Falcons gonna come in there, bam, win. Raiders win. Browns win. Colts win. Chargers
Hell
win.
no, you're crazy.
Bengals win. Man, Chiefs might give you a little pity win after that.
So you saying we gonna lose every game? So okay, so Broncos.
Man,
gonna
I
be
didn't
5
stutter.
and 12.
I didn't stutter.
So we gonna be 5 and 12. Trying to put a wager on that?
No, you know I don't bet money.
Exactly. So I'm gonna leave it at that. But thank you guys for tuning in to this episode. Make sure to leave a like, comment, hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys for all the love and support. But that's gonna do it. Hey, but before we end off, Ryan, did you want to leave off on anything, or are you good?
No, I'm chilling. All I gotta end off on my fault is Steelers gonna. Yeah, dude. I mean, for me, it looks like we got like 10 easy wins coming up.
Okay. Yeah.
And I mean, after that,
bro.
we chilling. We about to get Cooper
Russell
Cup.
Wilson,
DK
okay.
maybe.
Oh my god.
DK Pickens and Cooper Cup.
Okay, bro.
Man, legend has we might trade for Mahomes too. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. Okay, bro. Yeah. But that's gonna do it, man. Until the next one. Peace out.